got to do better.
Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs. Ginobili comes in for Green. The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Now Mills. West passes to Leonard. Tries it from 19, and that one's good. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Mills with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. And the rejection by Harden. West with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West.
Rockets ball.
.125 left to play here in the third. And Brewer kicks to Harden. Again, the miss by Harden.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting. And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. He feeds it to Capella. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
West a screen on Beverly. Left side, Leonard. He kicks to West. The pass to Mills. 3 on the clock. Picked by West. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Here's Brewer. Passes it to Harden. For the lead. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Houston in the lead. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court for San Antonio, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ginobili in at the small forward spot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Well, you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden 3rd overall, and there was some second guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreke Evans, Kevin, taking a pick after him, won Rookie of the Year. But with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you can argue he should have gone first in that draft.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And Duncan gets it to go in.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today. And, you know, you think of Harden on the Thunder. They didn't want to give him that max contract, but it's hard to argue that he's not worth every penny. And guys, when you talk to other players on the Rockets, James Harden more and more becoming a vocal leader. I mean, tremendous confidence and swagger and determination, but that confidence can be contagious, and it's allowing him now to be a leader on this team.
Parker dishes to Ginobili. Parker passes to Aldridge. Back to Parker. Odiunas against Aldridge. Here's Parker. Misses off the right iron. Rockets leading by 3. Harden right side. Rebounded by the Spurs. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
He dishes it to Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Green with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Right side, Green. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Rockets ball.
And for Houston, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Kevin McHale had some advice for the team in that last break. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told us, guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And that one's good. Parker.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Howard with a screen on Green. Odiunas sets a screen for Ariza. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And, of course, Tony Parker. So big for San Antonio in those championship runs. But word on the street was that Spurs coach Greg Popovich didn't always go easy on Tony. He really pushed him to the limit.
You know, it started back when Tony was invited to the Spurs summer camp before the 2001 draft. One of the scouts was really physical with Tony, really gave him a hard time, and that was really the start of his maturation process in learning to deal with the NBA.
The open shot, Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist in this one. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Spurs making a change here. Leonard's checked in.
And, you know, getting back to Popovich's relationship with Tony Parker, Pop made the decision to draft Parker. So he obviously saw something. But Pop's a perfectionist, and if you're going to play point guard for him, you've got to deliver consistently.
6 to shoot. Back to Duncan. Here's Aldridge. And the Spurs scoring again.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now. And talking about Tony Parker, Pop's tough love with him really paid off. Tony eventually became incredibly consistent, culminating with him being named the Finals MVP back in 07.
Here's Aldridge. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Odiunas.
That's his first.
And he makes the first.
At the line for your Spurs, Marcus Aldridge. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Looking at the game Aldridge has been having, he has 8 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he's had a nice night there, too.
He's not afraid to mix it up there in the middle, getting in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Odiunas, no luck.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
One of the top stories here, Tim Duncan getting it done today.
Need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching it.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 4. 1:49 left to play here in the 4th. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Offensive rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Parker with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're down by 4. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Kicks to Harden. Back to Lawson. And the rejection by Leonard. Here's San Antonio now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Aldridge with a screen on Lawson. Parker dishes to Aldridge. Off the iron that time.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Harden against Green. Harden the pass to Howard. Yes! And the foul. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Howard starts lighting it up like this. It's been a nice game for Howard. He's got 8 points and a steal.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Back to Parker. Duncan with a screen on Lawson. Parker dishes to Duncan. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. Got it!
Just look at what Aldridge is doing.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're losing by 2. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Deflects the pass and stolen by Aldridge. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws. Really good job to force the turnover. Disruptive defense right there.
.17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's Harden with the drive. No good.
Well, he actually did a nice job there reading how that shot was going to come off the rim perfectly. I mean, that can make up for any height disadvantage.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that, it has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan. Tony Parker. He showed the composure and cleverness that only a longtime veteran could possess. A vintage performance from a very savvy player. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or one-on-5. That is a great percentage.
Tony Parker is putting on a show. Let's say Bone Assassin does it again. Man, see, he started out as a traditional one guard, bringing the ball up, getting to the back filler. But now the team leans on him.
And that's it for our